Because we're so clever, we are able to see a perspective that I don't think anyone's ever seen. And it's the perspective of the planet as its mass of gravity. And the photo at the beginning there is that picture. And what you see is, that's what gravity looks like in the planet. It's how it's arranged. So we're able to see the resultant of forces from the motion at the center of the planet. And if you can see it in that way, so you're looking into the planet and you can see the swirling solid solution austenitic pearl-like material of the center of the planet in rotation anti-clockwise, and the resultant of the forces is that shape, and it should be a sphere. If you have a planet which has that sort of mass going on inside it, you can see that it wants to flip over. The Cherenkov effect, the flying wing nut that flips over as the masses change. The greatest moment of mass is the smallest mass. So the most powerful mass in a system based on a three-axis moments is the smallest one. And so you can now take that gravity and take it to the center of and see the time particle, and that's the resultant of forces inside the time particle. The water, it's about to pop, but it can't pop. It must exist. It can't not exist. If it stops existing, everything stops existing, so it will keep existing. But the magnetic pole switches in order to align that. And now you can just take that model and flip it over. And that's how the system will now run from now on. And it's a lollipop, isn't it? Yeah? So what we need to then do, once the planet has gone through that switch, is to really kick that planet fast. And it will distribute itself just beautifully because it's in perfect condition. It's a clay. The pyramids show us that stone is a clay. Rock paintings, rock pictures, there's ones, some early ones, some primitive ones, they're clearly finger marks and stick marks, they're just dimples. It says, this, when I found this stone, it was soft. And that's what's coming, a soft world. So if we know that, we'll spin it really fast through our behavior by being excellent. Really, really living as gods. We will spin the planet faster because we are ultimately the greatest mass moment. Happens here. It's the conscious mass moment. The conscious mass moment is the greatest moment in a system based on moments. The smallest mass is the greatest moment, and that's the truth of our existence. So we'll spin the planet up really fast and everything will settle into a beautiful pattern and the golden age will begin under our control. But there is a moment coming right now when there's going to be a mass extinction. The whole planet is going to die. Everything that we've done. It's really great news in many ways if you think about this. How could we recover this planet from the condition that it's now in right now? It's so fucked, isn't it? Think about the plastic, microplastic everywhere. You go, bloody hell. We know how poisonous that is. We fucked it. And that's kind of the attitude that science has at the moment. They know they fucked it. Ah, fuck it, let's just party. Nothing matters. Wrong. So there we go. There's our planet. You see? Did you see what happens? It's interesting. I've noticed recently just how powerful the matrix has become, and it's that. Suddenly my thought was something, I don't know what it was, came to my head. It took me off. What was I talking about? Was it important? Yes. The greatest mass moment occurs inside yourself. So we are now going to control that collectively, and we're going to get out of this mess. You have to be ready to die. It's going to be fast. We can really make it nice, I think. A good experience. Using the machinery that's set. Because this, watch this. The ice cube facility is currently holding the magnetic pole switch. That's why now, go back to the picture of the Earth as it is. Oh right, because it's been corruptly held in that shape, that pear. No, it's not a pear, it's an apple. So it's and CERN, all that nonsense they're doing there is holding that. The two things work together to hold the magnetic pole in its wrong place. By releasing it at the right moment, it'll go really fast. We may not even notice. We may be ahead. There'll be a time shift, and we'll be ahead of the beat. And so the disaster will happen behind our energy, and we'll just know it's going on, but we won't feel awful. We'll feel love, because we're riding the front edge of the wave. That's what I believe. Picture an explosion, so massive that something has to move first, and what moves first is the time. So if an explosion happened behind me now, boom, right, and I went forwards with that explosion, it's so powerful that the time would have to move first, and then I have a place to move into. So what I'm going to do is we are going to do the experiment where we step into that space in one go together, and we'll be in the time. We'll go with that motion that is there. We just got to experience it's there together. Only together is it powerful. It can be corrupt, but only collectively is it essence. It's an experiment, and it means you die beautifully and you stepping into love, trusting that that's where you're going, because that's the deal. If you can trust that you're going to step into love, if you listen to this instruction, we do this experiment, then you will. That's how it works. You've got to believe it first. Truly. Okay, that's enough, I think, yeah? It's truly incredible what's happened. As a protein existed in this crazy world, and accessing this kind of knowledge as I get, understanding it so clearly, and then trying to express it and translate it, and then trying to maintain the protein stuff as well, you know, looking after myself and all that nonsense. But it's really important to have that balance. But it's doable, my friends. You're still listening now. I've tailed off, right? Just doing something a bit different, okay? I'm imagining this is like a film. And all the time I've been playing this character. And the character, I've got two characters, that's it. And sometimes one's driving, sometimes the other is. So it's building this relationship between these two characters, and then finding there's only one character. One character. One God. That's all there is. Love. It's always the message of people. Near-death experiences. It's always about love. So you know it's true. So you can trust this. This is not a manager going, "Oh, listen to me, you fuckers, the shareholders," sorry, swearing. "Listen to me, the shareholders must be fed. Yeah, come on, lads." Yeah, manager. No, it's just friends. Piece of information. Trust your intuition. Get ready for this. It's going to be brilliant. It's going to be brilliant. Forgiveness. That's it. Welcome to me.